Hello and welcome to Graphic Design 2, 350. So I'm going to kind of walk you through Brightspace a little bit and walk you through the graphic design course that's in Brightspace and kind of what's expected of you the first week or so of class. And we're probably going to cover the syllabus as well with these videos. But so you come in here, this is kind of what it looks like. And so there's some upcoming events here, and that kind of lays out what's due, what's coming up soon. You can also look at the calendar, and that'll kind of tell you some things. So the welcome message, I encourage you to read this. It kind of goes over some of the stuff we're going to be learning, and like hopefully we can have fun in class. And then we have this lab schedule survey, which is due by the 1st of September. Here's the link here. You click that. It'll take you to the survey. You quickly fill this out. It's not hard. So please do that as soon as you can, but at least by the 1st. And then the syllabus is also here. So we're going to go over the syllabus right now. So this is Graphic Design 350 for spring semester. Here's my contact information. Try emailing me first if you can. Oops. Did not mean to do that. And then if I don't get back to you in a couple days, text me. So the description of this course will be, it's an in-depth dive into the skills, techniques, software, and design principles used by graphic designers today. You should expect to learn the processes of design and layout using Mac computers and Adobe software. We'll be covering design principles and techniques. And students should learn how to set up documents properly, how to get files ready for print, and create multiple print items with the same look and feel. And this is important for establishing brand and advertising campaigns. You need to have the same look and feel across the whole of the work. So we're going to be kind of trying to do that with some of the projects in this class. So you should be able to do the multi-page layout in InDesign, use Photoshop to support designs in InDesign, and make logos and vector images in Illustrator. So course materials, there's nothing that's necessarily required, but I highly, highly suggest, and actually this should probably just be required, an 8.5 by 11 sketchbook with no rules, so that we can, do our thumbnails and our rough sketches, because in this class we're taking those a lot more seriously, and I really want you guys to put thought and time into those thumbnails and rough sketches, because that is part of the process of coming up with designs. A personal computer is probably a good idea, either a desktop or a laptop. If you're thinking of buying a computer, please talk to me first so that we can kind of figure out what's best for you. If you get a Macintosh, you probably want to get a MacBook Pro, a Macintosh laptop, I should say. Any desktop will probably handle the Adobe products, but that's something that, if you want to get one. But if you have a Dell, even, you can still use your Dell computer. So just talk to me about the computer if you're at all confused. Subscription to Adobe products. And so if you go here, it'll take you to kind of the subscription plans. And so you can get like all apps, Creative Cloud, all apps, and you can buy them for $19 a month, or you can get a yearly subscription, I think. If you click on this Buy Now button, it'll kind of take you further into it. So that includes Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. And Acrobat Pro is nice to have, actually. Some of these other ones we're not going to be using. We might end up touching on Lightroom in a different class, I guess. But so that's a good idea for you to get the Adobe software as well. And then here's the lab survey, just in case, I added that in. So here's the grades and kind of how this class is going to be laid out a little bit here. So quizzes are worth 20%, exercises are 10%. That'll be like critiques and like whatever little things I decide to throw in that I decide, well, we need to cover this quickly so that we can so that they can learn something that they need to know, obviously. So that's 10%. InDesign poster and banner project, 15%. Illustrator, mural, or art walk step design project. So you get to choose one or the other, either a mural design or an art walk step. Here at MSU Northern, they do an art walk step, and I want us to do a design that is kind of reflective of the graphic design program, so that when people are using that step, they kind of read up about, they can read, graphic design program MSU, and then like maybe an interesting illustration or something, or obviously it would be painting, but, and then the mural will kind of, so you'll be able to like choose which one you want to do. And eventually I'm hoping we can get a mural on campus somewhere. So in the poster and the banner project, this project has two components to it. So it's worth a little bit more. And then we're going to be doing an Illustrator logo business or local business logo project. So we'll be choosing a local business and making a logo for them, and that's worth 10%. InDesign local business brochure and window display project, that's worth 15 because there's two parts to that, the brochure and a window display, and it'll be the same business that we did the logo for. And then the InDesign small booklet or zine project, that's worth 20% because booklets are a little bit more involved and they're a little bit harder to set up in InDesign. And I thought, well, maybe we'll construct them by hand, but I think I'm going to walk you through also the ordering process. So we'll get that, nailed down by the time it comes up. But so there's quite a bit of stuff that we're going to be covering in this class. And so that's kind of why the first week is kind of, we are hitting the ground running with the first week. We're watching videos, we're getting our thumbnails ready already for the first project so that we have plenty of time to get everything done. Here's the letter grading. You can review this yourself if you're at all confused. Late assignments are accepted, but they will automatically be cut down a letter grade for being tardy. And then projects, they make up a big percentage of the grade, if not, basically almost the whole grade is projects. So even missing one or messing up one project can impact your grade pretty substantially. So, and participation in this class mostly has to do with attending lab and obviously getting your projects done and assignments and quizzes. But, and I will be taking roll. Please show up for lab time because you're going to need it. This is relatively advanced stuff that we're going to be covering, and you're going to need help. So, and then section 600, so this is the student conduct code, and then some information for students with a disability here, and who to contact. It's more GATCH, I believe. So anyway, that's the syllabus in a nutshell. And then I think we have time to go into the content area, which is also somewhere where you need to be checking not only the announcement pages, but the content area. And this looks a little different. Maybe I should switch it to view as a student so that we can kind of see what it's actually going to look like for you guys. So I want you to fill out the survey, which is down here, lab schedule, survey link. So I put it in several spots. If you've already taken it from the announcements, just take it one time. You don't need to take it twice. And then keep checking the announcements for updates on the lab time for this class, because we will be meeting the second week of class. So be checking the announcements page and be prepared to meet the second week of class. The first week we will not be meeting. You will just be doing watching these videos and everything. So please watch the video, part 1 through part 7, and it's the history of graphic design, and then you take the corresponding quiz, which is due the 8th of September, so that's coming up quickly. And then watch part 8 through 14 and take that quiz, which isn't due till the 15th. But I would still suggest potentially trying to get that done as soon as you possibly can, because we're going to be really moving forward in this class pretty quickly with our first project. So the grading for these quizzes, it's you get 2 attempts at taking the quiz, and it'll inform you of correct answers, and you'll be allowed to take it the second time, and then your grade will be the average of both scores. So don't bomb the quiz the first time around. Try to do well the first time around, and I have to say, like, as far as quizzes go, I do think, as far as what I've done in the past, like, these are some of the harder quizzes I've actually put together to date. Not terribly hard, but you definitely need to be paying attention to these videos in order to do well on these quizzes. And there's no time limit, so that's helpful for you guys, I think. I put the syllabus here again. Here's the videos 1 through 7. Let's see, I am in, let's see. Looks different in yours than it does in mine. Well, 1 through 7 is here, and then part 8 through 14 is here. So after part 7, you need to go into quizzes. No, and there's nothing in here, but you need to go in here and take your quiz for part 1 through part 7, and then watch part 8 through part 14, go back into activities, quizzes, and take the second quiz, which they will be available and visible for you to see. But that's kind of the first week as far as, you know, the syllabus, our lab schedule, and the videos and quizzes that I expect you to take. And I can walk us through potentially the first project, but I might have to do that in a different video. All right, thanks for watching, and I look forward to meeting all of you, if I haven't already met you, or either just, you know, working with you this semester again. All right, talk to you later. Bye.